love these. Good morning. I hope you're right. It's Saturday, the 12th of September. Can you believe it? Halfway through September. I was just talking to Simon the other day, and I said that how many days until Christmas? And we asked Alexa. We got Alexa, and it was like 106 days to Christmas. So next week on Wednesday, I thought we're gonna start doing some Christmas projects because next week on Wednesday it's gonna be 100 days to Christmas. How exciting is that? Christmas is my favorite time of the year. We do a lot of makes. We do a lot of each year add a new decoration to our already growing loads of, I think we got about 8 boxes of decoration. Right, how are you today? If you're new today, please put new in the comments so I can meet you. I love to meet always new people. If you are if you are watching from in the UK, if you're watching somewhere from around the world, please let us know where you're watching from, because we do it's a really nice speeding community here, I suppose, what we build, and we really like to sort of welcome and know. We had people from Hawaii, we had people from Australia, all over the world from watching us, which is really, really great. So let me just quickly say hello, and I'll turn you down and I'll show you these beauties. Now I'm really excited about these earrings because, as you know, this is one of my pet projects. I always wear them. I had my earrings for well, I met Helen about 5 years ago, so I've been starting my collection about 5 years ago and building it up and up and up with loads of different colors and different shapes. And it's only you lot that you asked, like, commenting on my earrings, how nice they are, that then I contacted Helen, who now lives in France. She lived in the UK for 40 years. She's originally from Ireland. She's a Lampwork bead artist, and she's originally from Ireland. Her husband is French, and they lived in the UK for 40 years, and now they're sort of semi-retired. Their children are grown up. They moved to France, and that's where her studio is. So that's where all these lovely beads are being made, but I'll talk to you about it just in a minute, how special they are, and actually how long does it take to make one of those beads. So good morning, Camille, Mercia, Victoria, Debbie, Lindsay. Lindsay's saying, morning Kitty from a sunny Ware in Hertfordshire. I think it's quite sunny. Yes, it's sunny here too. It was a bit overcast this morning, but the sun came out, so hopefully we're going to have a really good day. Good morning from Ireland. Boiling the kettle to make a cuppa. Oh, bless you. Good morning, Francis, Charlotte, Margaret, Paula. Oh, Camily's saying, I wish my crafting was big as yours. Well, my crafting is not that big, but it's on a hell of a big mess at the moment. So I decided to tidy up, and whenever I tidy up, it takes me days. And not that I'm just taking days, but it's I make a really, really big mess before it all comes back together. But now I decided I might get rid of one of the cupboards and replace it because I need more of a bookshelf type of thing. So I don't know, it might be a bit longer to tidy all this up. Morning, Kieran. Morning, Karen. Sue. Oh, so you're saying good morning, Kitty and Children Making Family. Morning, Lucy. Morning, Pamela. Jan. Cheryl. Rachel. Dean. I can see that you have like a little chat between each other, which is really great. Morning, Jane. Morning, Sheila. There's so many. Morning, Lindsay. Morning, Doris. Cheryl. What else have we got? Antida. Morning, Antida. I haven't seen you for a while. Morning, Jean. Sylvia. Lorna, Alicia, all the usual suspects are here, and I can see some new names as well. Alison is from New Zealand. Good morning, Alison from New Zealand, or is it good afternoon where you are, or evening perhaps? Let us know what time is where you are. Morning, Jenny. Morning, Annie. Karina from Sweden. Morning, Karina from Sweden. Victoria. Oh, Victoria said she's looking forward to Christmas. Morning, Jean. Sylvia. Teresa from Georgia, USA. Good morning. Or is it like the middle of the night there. What time is in Georgia, USA? I'm so rubbish with time zones. I know Hungary is an hour sort of ahead of us, but apart from that, I haven't really got, I haven't really know what time zone are people in. And sometimes it's like, even when I'm trying to phone my friends in Hungary or my cousins or anybody else, at 9 o'clock here, I'm thinking, oh, I just give them a quick call, but actually it's 10 o'clock there and they're getting ready for bed. Robin, good morning, Robin from New Jersey. Oh, bless you. That's, hello, this newbie here again, Mina, Elaine, Jane. Jenny's saying 10-minute wait is boring. So what we're trying to do is we go live 10 minutes before we start the actual live. And why we decided to do this, because quite a lot of you, when you get to the feed, it takes you quite some time to sort out and get into it, and sometimes you're late to the party. So what if with the 10-minute wait, the countdown in the beginning, it's just like you can set it up, you can play on your laptop or play on your iPad or phone or anything else. In the meantime, you can go and make a cup of coffee or to put the toaster on or anything you like to do, but you got the connection, we are there, and we're going to be there in 10 minutes or counting down to it, and we're going to start then. So we can already start together, and I can see you, loads of you will be on there, and you can see me and be exactly. So I'm not sure. Let me know that what else, if anybody else, what you think about the countdown timer. I think obviously it's a new feature and it's time to get used to it, but I think it's a good one. Sue's saying on replay you can tap on the pic and move the video on. So if you're watching replay, you can move along the little dot at the bottom. If you tap on it, move it along, and then miss the first 10 minutes. Christine is from Glasgow. Good morning. Maxine, GT, right. I've got so many of your lovelies here, but I'm gonna count down is good. Mercy is saying. Brenda is saying she's late. Dorothy's saying, I like the countdown. Julie's saying, good morning to everyone. Paul is saying, love the timer. So it looks like that loads of you love the timer. I think it just gives everybody like a little bit of, you can get ready. So if you need to pop to the loo or need to do something, you can do before we start. Right, so let me turn you down on the mat, because these... I love these, just turn you down on the round here in the corner. I love these earrings. Now, we got actually 4 different shapes now. We have, these are the bellflowers, what we had before, and I love doing these. Now, I come up with a slightly different design for each one of those. Now, this one has these little hat pins with the little crystals dangling down on the bottom, but you don't have to add these dangly downs either. So if I let me just turn you back and show you my earrings, what I'm wearing. So I've got the same bellflower. I got some of them with the dangly down crystals, but in this one I didn't add the dangly down crystal. So I just wearing it just a bellflower on its on by itself. Yes. With adding the crystals, it's making it a bit more dressy uppy. With the crystals, it's more of like an everyday wear, I guess. They are really, I think they are really special and they're really nice mix. We got quite a few colors in the bellflowers. I will show you them just in a second. We got the rosebuds. Again, they come in a lot of different colors. I'll show you all of them in a minute, but... well, this is my earring, so I've been wearing this for quite a few years, I think, so do excuse the mess of it. But again, you don't have to have it dangling down. You can just have it straight to the post. Oh, there is my, this is my bellflower with dangly down bitties in them. Right, so the little, I love the lily of the valley. Now this one again, I got these, I don't know actually where I put them. I thought they were down here, but should have checked. So my Lily of the Valleys, I didn't add the extensions, so they are just sort of coming straight to the air wire post because I think they're just a lovely little delicate, and I love wearing them in the summer because I got a lot of white tops as well. And the new addition, drum roll, is these lovely lavenders, and we got them in 3 colors. Now Molly has uploaded these on the website yesterday, but bless her, she didn't include the pendant in there, so we did put it in the description, and each one of those kits what you're going to be having will have a pendant with it that you can make. So the earrings are a little bit smaller and the pendants are a little bit longer. I'll pop them down so I can put them next to each side. So just a really nice sizing between the two. So the earrings are like 2/3 of the size of the pendant itself. I mean, you can, you know, wear it however you want to wear it, or you can include them if you're making a necklace. You don't necessarily have to make pairs of earrings and a pendant with it, but I just thought just to do it like a little set because it's Christmas coming up. We got birthdays, we got something like giving a whole set and or just a pair of earrings. Again, it's really, shall I zoom in on this a little bit more so you can see it? I think it's really, really great. Right, so the lavender comes in 3 different colors, and I'm gonna just give me 1 second. I'm gonna show you quickly, very quickly on the website, and let's just go here. If you go on our website, on the 4th one, on the side, or if you go on the top of the categories, is Facebook tutorials. Once you go into the Facebook tutorials, we got loads of them going back to the 23rd of March when we first started them, and today is Lampwork Earrings. Now if you go in there, it's going to tell you all the different colors and all the different sizes and everything else and how much they are. I know many of you are ahead and have been buying already. Some of them we do have a limited stock, so do go and have a look at them. Right, 3 different colors of the lavender. I got these, and I got these, and I think I'm gonna have some of these as well this time because I just really, really love them. They are really nice color. They got this really nice texture. Let me just bring this up to you. A really nice texture. The purple one is got like a darker end to the sort of the tip of the end of the leaves, or they're not really leaves, the little petals on the flower, and going down into a lighter purple further down. Now I know that these ones, the purple ones, is the hardest one to make because depending of how high you turn up the heat on your you're working with a naked flame, how high you turn the heat up on your flame, you get a different color. So bear in mind, each one of these are handmade and they do come in a little pairs, but because they are handmade, there could be a little difference between them, and I think that's just so great because that shows even more natural and even more beauty of them. Right, 3 different colors. So you got your purple, these ones, the middle blue is the mystic blue, and you got this light blue which is called periwinkle. So that's your lavenders. Right, so let's have a look at the bellflowers quickly. Bellflowers, I'm just going to put 1 down of each color. This one is the ivory and white bellflower. Then we have the dark lavender bellflower. These ones are really a great color as well. What's a little bit of a lilac color going in there. We got the opal pink, or pink opal bellflower. I love these ones as well. They're quite light in color, so they're not overpowering if you are not a complete pink person. I love all sorts of shades of pinks. And we got the white and yellow. So this one is, if I put it next to, let's put it next to this one. So the difference between this is more sort of an ivory shades in there, and these ones are more, it's got like a little bit of an all going into the orange. Oh, that Kimberly's saying match my nails. Yes, the that one is matching my nails. I just love it. Right, and there is one more color. Is there one more color? Let me just have a look at the blue one. Oh yes, there is. It was just hiding on the side. So that's the blue one. So those are the 5 colors of bellflowers we have. Right, let me pop this to the side. Very quickly show you the rosebuds. Again, rosebuds we have quite a few. There is the blue. There is a white one. There is the banana one. I love this one. There is a new one which is called Peach Keen Rosebud, so it's like a peachy color. There is the Mystic Violet. Oh, let's go this way. Mystic Violet. We also have Raspberry and Purple and Pink on Pink. So the Pink on Pink is this one. This one has got a lighter inside and a darker pink on the outside. And this one is the Raspberry one. Oh, they hook together. This one is the raspberry one, but you have more of a raspberry color glass inside and a darker pink on the outside. They both look really great. This one is more sort of going into your reds, and this one is a really nice pink color as well. So that's it on the rosebuds. I think I showed you all of them and the lily of the valley. Right, let's start making. I'm going to show you how to make one of the bear flowers. Which color do you want to make? Because I got all of them here, so I could make any of the colors for you. So that is the lavender, then we got the blue one, then we have the pink one, then we have the white and cream, and then we have the white and orange one. So let me know which one you want to make with, and I'll make you that one. I got all of them here. Oh, Dorothy's saying, I never wanted more ears before, but I do now. Oh, bless you. They are really, really gorgeous. Oh, beautiful. The yellow one, please. Blue. I'll give you a couple of seconds just for pink flowers is gorgeous. Sheila is saying blue. So you got 2 for the blue so far. White and orange. Pink, white and yellow. I think very much. You're saying pink and yellow. We haven't got pink and yellow. We got pink and pink or yellow or cream. I think a lot of people are saying the pink. So shall we go with the pink? Right, pink or what? Pink. I think pink wins. So we're gonna make the pink pair. Now, these little bear flowers are all handmade. So they are done on a flame, and what happens is that you're working with glass rods, and there we go. I moved my ruler, and I'm gonna need my ruler. So you're working on a naked flame, and you're heating up glass rods. Glass rods are just like a very long, a pencil-like, pencil sort of size. No, that's the white one. That's what I need. A very long pencil shape, a glass rod, and you're working with heating up the tip of it. And as you're heating up on the tip of it, you're working with the mandrel, with the frame, forming the beads themselves. So each one of those beads do take some time, and depending on what shape she's doing, she said the maximum amount of beads, it's not pairs, the maximum amount of beads she can make in a whole day is 40 beads. So there's 20 pairs of earrings what she can make in a whole day. So, and then once they are made, she puts them in a kiln and reheats them up. So It's a process because we're adding different colors into the flower itself. It really fuses them together. Now you don't heat the kiln up all the way, so it doesn't melt the glass, but it's just sort of just under the melting point, so they really fuse together. The different colors really fuse together, and you get a really nice and strong glass bead. Now the bellflowers are a little bit more fragile, so I wouldn't chuck these about, because obviously you're getting the little petals coming down, and they can be a little bit, they're quite reinforced, but they can be sort of a little bit towards the end to give them that lovely shape. With the rosebuds, because they are different shape, they are a bit more robust because they're more of a round shape. Right, so with the bellflowers, you have got the option. Robin is saying hello from a cool, smoky morning in Arizona. Good morning, Robin. Yes, they are sterling silver. Sheila is asking if they are sterling silver. Oh, Dirt is saying, Robin, barbecue sounds lovely. Does that mean we're having a barbecue? A barbecue would sound lovely. Right, so these are the pink earrings. Now, do you have the choice that if you're going to put these little dangly decoration on your earring? I do like it because it just gives like that little bit of extra pizzazz, or a bit of extra detail, bit of extra sort of sparkle to your earring. Right, so you're going to need 3 hat pins to the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna cut them to size before we start. So I got a ruler here which I'm gonna bring in. If you measure the hat pin itself is 5 centimeters long. Now, depending on how big you want these coming down, they can be longer or they can be shorter. It's really up to you how much they want. These ones are quite long, so what we're gonna make now, I'm gonna go for a little bit shorter one. So I want, let's say, a 3 centimeter pin, a 2.5 centimeter pin, and a 2 centimeter pin. But you can do 4 centimeter, 3 centimeter, and 2 centimeter if you like, depending on if you keep them closer. They always gonna do, the crystals are just gonna sit closer together. So I'm gonna do a 3 centimeter. I just line it up right next to my ruler. I'm gonna go in with my flash cutters and just cut right on the 3 centimeter mark. Now, sterling silver is a softer material, but if you use with other pins, so it's much easier to bend and cut them. Now, when I do, we make everything in pairs, so I would go and take another long pin. I hold the ends together with my thumb, and I cut another one exactly the same for my other pair. I do put the little sterling silver ends, what I cut off from hat pins or anything when I'm working with sterling silver, into a pot. So later on, if I need just a little pins for something, I do save them. Right, so there is my 2 3 centimeter ones. I'm just going to come out just a slightly bit so you can see a little bit more of my mat. Now I'm going to do a 2.5 centimeter one. So I'm going to take this and I am going to cut this at 2.5 centimeter. Again, I'm going to put the end to the side. I'm going to bring the other pin in. Make sure I'm holding them nice and flat at the bottom, and cut this exactly the same size too. So I got putting one in one pile and the other one in the other pile, and all it's left to do is the shortest one, which is the 2 centimeter one, which again I'm going to put next to my ruler. I'm going to bring in my cutters and just cut it by the 2 centimeters. This one is going to be quite short, but you're going to see the difference, and cut the other one for the other pile as well. So I'm going to pre-made these. I can't find my very thin pliers because I had a round nose plier which had a really nice and very thin end. Possibly one of my children's borrowed it, so I'm just going to use this one, this oldie one, but I'm going to use it right at the end because I want to make really small loops. Right, I'm going to take one of the pins, I'm going to take one of the crystals, which just comes in the kit, pop it on the pin, let it go all the way down, and all I'm going to do is just going to form a little loop. And we don't need this anymore, so I'm going to take that out of the shot. We're just going to form a little loop right and then. And as you can see, I'm working right at the top here because I want the smallest loop possible. Now, the sterling silver is much softer material that normally when you're working with iron or brass pins. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to turn it. It doesn't matter if you turn away from yourself or you turn towards yourself. It's whatever is most comfortable for you. Little turns. So I'm just going to turn it all the way around. And as you see, I ended up with a little P here. So I'm just going to pop my round nose pliers back in. So if you turned that way, then I'm just going to turn just slightly the other way to centralize my little loop. So I got a perfect loop on the top. And pop that to one side. And I'm going to repeat this for all of the pins. So I have a really nice round little end going round and all of them. And then I'm going to add them together just in a minute. Oh, Betty's saying good morning, Kitty and everyone. Dorothy is asking, Carol Hutchinson, have you set notifications? Right, so you can set notifications because when we set these up as events, if you go into, so I can turn it towards me as well, so it doesn't really matter, whichever way is most comfortable for you to turn a loop. There's no right or wrong here, as long as you end up with a nice little round loop on the top. And I'm going to do the same for the other side as well while I'm here. Carol's saying, yes, it has worked every day until now. Add the bead first. Don't forget to add the bead before you make your little loop. I'm not sure why is that. And I'm just making the loops very, very quickly. Shirley's asking, are the kits for the earrings? Yes, they are. So if you pop on our website, or if Simon is watching, I think he's watching, can we have the link below, please? Some of them are quite limited, so some of them you only have like 3 or 4 left. Right, so eye pins. They are, but exactly the same what we need now with the little loop, looping a little loop on our hat pins. This is in your kit as well. What I'm going to do, I'm going to open up this eye pin. So I'm going to take my flat nose pliers and I'm going to slightly, I'm just going to lift it. So I'm going to turn this towards me, just open it up. And then I can add my eye pins what I made. Just feed them one by one onto my pin. I like to feed them on with sort of in the order, so from longest to shortest or shortest to longest, and then I'm just going to go in and close this back in. So I got a close connection and all my little pins just hanging on the end. Now I'm going to repeat this for the other side. I'm going to take, oh, Simon just put the link up for us. Turn around. You seeing me in the can there, and I just added, just put some lotion on my hands, and they're really super slippery. But my hands are so dry. I think every autumn I get like that. My hands and skin become so dry. Right, and let's turn this loop back close as well. So just close it in. Again, we got a really nice connection. And now we're gonna take our Lampwork beads. What can I do with the other? Oh, it's here. So we're gonna take our Lampwork beads and we're gonna insert the pin we just made and pull it up. Daniel asking, does the job come with the bellflower, or is it as individual as more interested in three set? So the little, what you get in the kit, you get the little crystal beads, you get everything basically to make your earring like this. If you don't want to, you don't have to add the dangling down part. If you do, then you cannot add it to it. It's entirely up to you, but you get everything and you get the instructions as well how to make it. So as you can, let me just show you this one. So on this earring, just need to sort of put it nicely down for you. In this earring, I got the longer ones, and the one we just made, I just made them a little bit shorter, so they come up and they are closer to each other as well. So you can try out different lengths as well. So I'm going to add another crystal bead to the top, because as you can see, Lampwork beads can have quite a large hole depending on what size of mandrel you use to make them. So I'm just going to add this crystal bead to the top, and what we're going to do, we're going to add a closed wrapped loop on the top here, because sterling silver is a softer material. So whenever I do sterling silver earrings, I like to add a loop to the top to be extra secure, that it's not going to come undone, I'm not going to lose my earring, it's really going to be extra secure. So I'm going to take my round nose pliers, I'm somewhat going to go a little bit, not right to the tip. I want a little, don't want a huge loop here. So just maybe a 5mm, half a centimeter in. I'm gonna hold my eye pin here. Now what happens is you want to have a little bit of gap on the top of these crystal beads that you are able to, let me just come a bit closer to you, you're able to wrap around. So I always do this by eye and maybe just leave a couple of millimeters and turn my pin down. If once I turn my pin down and I see that actually the gap is a little bit too big and I need to have a less of a group because I don't want a lot of coiling around there at this point. So first I just move the pin with my hand, and at this point I'm gonna take and hold on to the beads, and I'm gonna turn my plier, and as I'm turning my plier you can see that little gap is getting smaller and smaller between the bead and my pliers. So when I'm happy with the gap between my plier and the last little bead, I'm going to take my either chain nose or flat nose plier, grab the end of the eye pin, I'm going to bring it around, and I'm just going to loop it right around my base there, the top of that bead, and just loop it around. Now I did this a couple of times, and I'm gonna let this go. I'm gonna take my cutters and I'm just gonna cut the wire what I don't need at the end there. Now before I go any further, I'm gonna pop this wire on my little bit of end on my keep safe pile there, and I'm gonna take my chain nose pliers, I'm gonna find where is the end of the wire I just cut, and I want to press on that. I want to press it towards the loop. Let me just go nice and close to you so I don't have any scratchy feelings. If I run my hand sort of over the end here, if you can feel a little bit of scratchy feeling, then you need to push it in towards the middle of your loop a little bit more. So we're just moving that last bit of coil, the last bit where we cut on the top of the coil before. And now if I brush my hands against it, I haven't got any scratchy feeling whatsoever. This is really important, because when you're wearing your earrings or like, you know, or pendants or anything like that, you don't want the little annoying scratchy feeling from your jewelry, making it uncomfortable. So with that, we have finished our earring. I'm going to take my ear wire And I'm going to open up the loop on the bottom of the air wire and just add the bead I made, and that's it. We are ready with our earring. So very quickly, I'm going to repeat it for this one. I'm going to pull that up. I'm going to add that little bead. And then I'm going to take my plier, hold it a little bit further down. The first part of it I did with my hand, then I rotated just a little bit to close that gap up, so I'm happy with the gap. And then I'm gonna wrap it around a couple of times. Simon just popped in and told me that the rosebud is limited stock now. We only got a few beads left, so I am so glad you love these, because I love these earrings and wear them all the time. They're just sort of a little bit more special than normal costume jewelry. And again, I'm just going to tuck the end in just like that, and we're going to add it to the air wire. Now I very quickly want to show you after this how to do the rosebuds as well, with the extension chain. So if you didn't want an extension chain on any of your earrings, you would make the loop on the top of your bead and just add it to your air wire. If you want to add an extension for it, and I'm going to show you that just next, that's all. I'm actually going to put these on so you can see how lovely and dangly they are. My daughter Lucy just said to me the other day, Mom, how are you able to put your earrings on without looking in the mirror? How can you just sort of hook it in? And they go, let me just show you quickly. Go back to this camera. There they are. That's the ones we just made. I think they're really, really lovely. You can wear it with a dress, you can wear it at daytime, you can wear it at nighttime. I think they just really dress up, and they're really fun ones as well to do. Right, let's go back down and I'll show you how to do the rosebuds with the chain. So I got so many different colors here. Let's do, if we're gonna stay with pink, let's do this lovely, well, either the raspberry one or the pink one. We could do, let's do the pink one. I like the pink one. Right, so in the kit, with what I forgot to mention, in the kit you do get these two little rubber stoppers, and they are, do wear them. So once you put your earring on, do put the little rubber stopper on the other side of it, because that will stop your earring falling out at all. Because sometimes, I quite like to wear a lot of scarves, and I like to wear like turtleneck tops and everything else, sort of be really warm right up until here. And especially now, because we're going into the autumn, these are really important to, they're so inexpensive as well. So if you've got other earrings as well, I think they're £1.50 or £1 for like 20-30 of them on the website. They do really save your jewelry, because once you put them on, you just pop this from the side, like, you know, they're exactly the same shape as you would have with a earring post to stop it falling out. But because they're made of rubber, they're really comfortable to wear as well, and that comes with every single kit. Right, these ones with the extension chain, oh, they're just in front of me. So in the kit with this one, you do get the little extension chains, you do get the pins, you get the little beads, you get everything what you need to make that one. Now, why do you have these little round 3mm beads in there? Is because, as you can see, Lampwork beads, as I said, have got quite a large hole. And if I just put my pin through without adding a stopper bead, a bead act as a stopper bead at the bottom, this pin just gonna go all the way through it. So that's why we need a little 3mm bead at the bottom, and then we're gonna add our bead. This is sort of gonna become in our design. I think it looks really nice with the round bead there, and gives you a nice. We're going to add another one on the top of it to balance it. I'm quite firm believer that when you make earrings, and especially if you're using Lampwork earrings or anything like that, I like to balance it. So if I add a little bead, sterling silver bead at the bottom, I'm going to add one to the top as well, just to balance the design out. Now the chain, let me just pick this chain up with my pliers here. Now the chain is 6 link long. Now you don't have to have all 6 links. If you want it, you can cut it down to 3 if you just want a tiny little dangle. If you don't want the dangle at all, you can just add it straight to your air wire. Now the links of the chain are soldered together, so you can't open these up. So if you want to extend the chain to your earring, you have to add it when you're forming the loop, because if you cut the chain, you really weaken it. So they are soldered together, each link. You can't open it like a jump ring. They are solid and soldered together. Camille is saying a bit pricey to use for a fairy dress. Well, well, it could be a very posh fairy, I guess. But then I love them as earrings. Right, so I'm going to do the same thing I did with the bell flower. I'm going to form a wrapped loop on the top. So I'm going to go down. That's about the right amount. Now I'm going to pull this across just like that. But before I wrap it around, so I just pulled it across, before I've wrapped it around, I'm going to add the chain to this little, come here, where's your end? That's it. Gonna add the chain to this little loop and pull it up. Now I'm not gonna put my round nose pliers back in just like that, because this chain is gonna be in sort of in a way, and if you're gripping on it really hard, you can mark your wire, because it's sterling silver and it's slightly softer. So instead I'm gonna hold it flat with the loop what I just made, just like that. I'm not pressing really hard down on this hand. I'm just holding it, because if you press too hard, you're gonna dent your wire. And then I'm gonna grab the other end with my chain nose plier and just wrap it around. So in this hand, which is holding the air wire, well, the head pin, I'm not holding it, I'm not pushing this plier together really hard. I'm just holding it to sort of, so it's not falling out while I'm forming it. And I looped it around. Now I went around a couple of times. I don't want to do any more. I'm gonna trim the end just a slightly bit, get rid of this little bit at the end, and just tuck down that little, what we just cut the end of the wire, so we don't get any scratchy feeling whatsoever. And then I'm going to take my air wire, I'm going to open up the loop on the bottom of it again. Now when you open it, you don't have to open it a lot. You only open it a couple of millimeters, just enough to be able to fit the other end of your chain on and close it back in. And that's it. That's how your earring is done really quickly. They are fairy dress pendant, Jody's saying. 3mm beads. Yes, they are 3mm beads at the end, but it all comes in the kit. So when you buy the kit, you not only have the beads themselves, there's really special Lampwork beads, but you have all the sterling silver components to make that earring. I'll finish this later. I'm quite like, so sort of like when I do these earrings, I like to do them in pairs, so I know they're done. And then the little rubber end would go on the end of my ear wire when I'm wearing it. So it's really nice and secure, and I know it's not going to fall out of my ear at all. Right, let me pop this to the side. I'll finish that in a minute. Now I want to show you one more thing. I want to show you now the little lavenders. They are made the same way, so there is no extension chain in this one. Now in the lavenders, you don't get 3mm beads, you get 3mm rondelle beads, so they're just a little bit more squashy shaped, because I didn't want to add a 3mm bead at the bottom of, you know, it just didn't look right for the shape here. So you get the little rondelle beads, and I want to show you how to make the pendant, because with the pendant you're going to do the same exact wrap loop, but you're going to have to make it as large as you can, so you have a nice hook at the top to be able to put into your chains, and then you can shape this into sort of different shapes however you want this to be sitting on your neck. So let me just show you this one. Now when you get there we go. So when you get the kit for this one, you do get the beads themselves, and then you get two little bags of findings. So one is with a thicker wire. So this one is 0.8 millimeter wire, sterling silver wire for your pendant, and your earring ones are slightly thinner, so they're easier to form. So I would do the earrings first, so you get the you get into the flow of do the wrap loops, and then you will do your pendants. And I'm just going to show you how to do the pendants so you can make that loop really nice. Actually, are quite good because this one has got quite a nice, and we do excuse the state of my pliers, nice big base there. So again, I'm just going to take my pin. I'm going to add one of these lovely rondels to the bottom of it, because again, if I didn't it made on a 3mm mandrel, these beads are, so if I just added the pin, it would go right through it. So I'm going to add this little bead. It's going to stop at the stopper bead. I'm going to add to my pin and take it through, and now I want to match to the top, so I'm going to add another little sterling silver bead to the top of it. I mean, you could use crystals, you could use any beads really, what you want to use, but I just like these little rondels. Sorry, just rolled away. I just dropped it and it's rolled away. So it's really I sort of twirl it to go on to my wire, because we are working with a much thicker wire here. Right, so I want to make as big loop as I can here, so I can later on with the chain I have already, I can put the end through it nice and easily. So I'm gonna work right down as much as I can go on the bottom of my pliers here. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna bend this over and make sure I got enough sort of a little gap to, but you will feel this. So when you're trying to bend this over, already it will be harder to bend it over your plier. And I'm going to take the end, I'm going to grab the end with another pair of pliers, bring it across just like that, bring it across, and then wrap it around. Now when I'm wrapping this, because I'm trying to create quite a large loop, often I release my loop here, and I'm going to take a flat nose pliers and hold my hand on the loop there, because, and it's important to have a flat nose pliers or something bigger. Sorry, let me just take a sip of my coffee because I can hear my voice going. Or something bigger, because if you're holding this with round nose pliers, or if you're holding it there with chain nose pliers, what's going to happen as you're wrapping the end around, you really have to hold on tight to this. You're going to mark the wire, and because you're wearing this as a pendant, you want a smooth and as nice finish on the end. I'm going to hold it with my flat nose pliers, so I'm supporting the wire as much as I can there, and I'm going to grab the end. Oh, Sam is saying, sorry, only in the kits as we didn't get so much stuck in. Oh, that's for the rondel beads. Oh, yes, they are. I'm just going to take it with my other pliers and wrap it around. Now, I'm not going to do a lot of wrapping as I go along. I can sort of readjust it, the angle. I just only want sort of maybe one wrap to go around. And I deliberately sort of didn't leave much wire there to loop around with, because I wanted as much as I have to be able to have a big loop. Now if you get to the other side, you can always release this and turn it around, and then you on the top of it when you're pulling it across. That's it. And I think we're pretty much gone all the way. Before I do anything else, I'm going to tuck this end down so I don't get that scratchy feeling at all. Really just tuck it into the coil itself, in the top or the bottom or anywhere, just to double check it. No, that's fine. And then centralize your loop. Now, depending of how you want to wear it, you could have you could pull this loop more to the front, so it more looks like a P. And then obviously the sort of the fatter end of the P is would be against your neck. You could do either way, but I think just make your loop, centralize it first, put it on, see how it sits on your neck, because I think they're all different in shapes and sizes, and jewelry, but same as clothes or everything else, gonna sit different for different people. So centralize it first, put it on, see how it sits on your necklace and your neckline, and if you need, you can adjust this top loop to go towards the front or towards the back when you're wearing them. And that's it. That's really how easy it is to make a pendant. And you would do the earrings the same way. The ear wire, the hat pin, the rondel beads, everything in there for you to create the earrings as well. It's a lovely little set. How much is the set? Let me just have a look. It's $15.99 for the set. I think, you know, we're talking about sterling silver jewelry here, so let me just go back onto the main screen so you can see me. We're talking about sterling silver jewelry here, so it's really special. It's really something, you know. Don't forget, Christmas is coming up, and I got a particular friend who I made quite a few pairs of earrings, and she was never into dangly earrings. She was always wearing like sort of earring post type little dot earrings, and that was her style. And I think about 3 Christmases ago, I just made her a little dangly sterling silver earring, and she could not stop wearing it. And since then, I made her the rosebuds. I made her other earrings as well, and she keeps wearing it. And she's like, "Oh, do I have to wait for Christmas to get another one?" And I said, "Yeah, maybe," because it was her birthday not long ago, and I made her one. So this really special ones, and when you're wearing it, you know, you're thinking of that person who made it for you all the time. But I just love them. I love the colors. I love it's Italian glass what she's working with. So it's a really lovely feel to them. It's something a little bit more posher in a way, or something a little bit more exciting, something a little bit different for your normal everyday, something special, I guess. Right, so that's it for me today. Sabi's asking, are these somewhat similar to O beads? I had the glass flat rondel beads in another kit. It was striking technique kit. Are you referring to the little rondels we just added on the end of it? All beads will have quite a large hole, so I'm not sure that they will stop your hat pin going through. In theory, you can use O-rings as well, but those rondels are already in the kit, and I just like to sort of, because we're working with sterling silver and sterling silver post, whenever you do earrings or something like a little bit special, to keep that color coming through all the way. So you don't just have the color at the top, you have a little bit of color at the bottom, and it just balances out everything. Oh, Betty's saying, I'm not a fan of long dangle earring. Short dangles are my things. Yes, so if you get the rosebuds, just don't add the extension chain, and then you end up with, where is mine? So I got both. I got dangly ones, and I got ones where I just added it straight to the air wire. So you can do either, or it's really up to you how you want to make your earrings. Mercy saying, great demo. Oh, I'm really glad you enjoyed it. Aislinn saying, made it for your last few, but we'll watch now. Yes, it will be uploaded to Facebook once I finished, and you can rewatch it from the beginning. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope sort of cleared out a few different bits. We were restocking the sterling silver chain. This sterling silver chain, I only have got them in for the earrings. And sorry, I need the sip of my coffee. Don't want me to go into a coughing fit here. I only got enough sterling silver chaining to do the earrings because we do cut them up ourselves. I will have to play catch up. A postman has just been also have made an order for the earrings. Oh, lovely. Thank you very much for your order. And Betty, we have been very lucky and not had a case. I think you are sort of talking to each other. Paul is saying, thank for the fab demo. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Natalie saying, what is the designer makes name those earrings? So her name is Helen. I have to get the name for you. I'm not sure. Simon, if you know her surname, because I know she is on the email, please let us know. It's Helen. Helen something, but I'm so bad, you have to excuse me, I'm so bad with names. I think if my name would have been driving license, I would forget my own name, but if you know, but the people who know me, they know that I can't remember names to save my life. And yeah, love the pink song Kitty is wearing. Yes, they are great, they're all great, so do have a go at them. Susan saying, love these, thank you for a great tutorial today, Kitty, enjoy the rest of your day. Oh, thank you. That's some Christmas present sorted, Lindsay saying. Yes, exactly. I think with Christmas, it's like, for me, is I like to start early. So in September, if I go out to the shops and I see something and I think, oh, well, that would be good for so-and-so, I do grab it. My problem is I bring it home, I wrap it up straight away because I don't want them to find it. And then by Christmas comes, I forget what I actually got. So usually I have like a secret folder on my phone that I take pictures that they do, so I know what I got. Right, so that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed it. Tomorrow we are doing the crocheted little bracelets, and these are actually on elastic. It's a new type of elastic we haven't had before. The elastic itself has got somewhat like a little material on the top of it, and we're going to be crocheting and making lovely bracelets. I mean, these little bangle bracelets are great because you wouldn't know they are crocheted. They more look like kumhimo, but because they're elastic, there is no end or beginning to them. I just really, really do love them. Right, have a lovely day, everybody. Be back tomorrow. We're going to be crocheting, so do get your crochet hooks out. And you need quite a tiny one, and I think it's going to be good fun. I love crocheting, and I love combining different techniques, so crocheting, knitting, from other crafts as well into my jewelry making. Right, have a lovely day, keep safe, keep on beading, keep on crafting, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.